Well, today is Wednesday, and that means our team is out live for another Smalltown Spotlight. This is a live look out at Ascarate Park in the Lower Valley. You can expect to learn more about the park and everything it has to offer. Our Smalltown Spotlight airs tonight at 6 p.m. But our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis, is already getting a head start on the fun. He has our first look at the forecast live from Ascarate. Hey there, Robert.
Tirza, I think everybody knows that I like it hot. And boy, am I getting the treatment out here today. It is 93 degrees at the International Airport. There's a little bit of a breeze. I wish there was a little more, but I'll tell you what, it's nice not having dust exfoliating my skin. That's right. If it's Wednesday, it's time for the Smalltown Spotlight. Shall we run through the Smalltown Spotlight checklist? Of course. Well, first of all, imitation aviators, check. Oak Cloud comfy extra cushion spring-loaded patented shoes, compliments of Nexstar Broadcasting for my Christmas gift, check. Strange and rarely used felt hat to protect my skin from the sun as we explore Ascarate Park, check. Now look at this. When I was a kid, if I turned onto this street, woo, it was exciting. I knew there was a lake. Way back in the day, there used to be an amusement park called Western Playland, and so things are really changing here. The county is putting a lot of money in improving this wonderful park. Of course, the lake is still there. We're going to be talking about that. They're refurbishing the pickleball courts, so we're going to play some pickleball. We're going to talk to the experts about just how wonderful this park can be as they continue to add all kinds of fun things. Now let's talk heat. Tomorrow, first triple-digit day. Oh, we're going to be so close. And if we don't hit it tomorrow, staying at 99, we're doing it Friday. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit. All right, so we have Lucas. Yes, Lucas, right here. Raise your hand if your name is Lucas. Done. And we have
Diego.
Diego, raise your hand if your name is Diego. I got you. I got you so good. Oh my goodness. Do you like it hot, guys? Do you like when it gets sunny and hot?
Yeah.
No?
No, because my butt burns.
Do you like it when it's windy and there's dust?
No.
No? Do you like this little park right here at Ascarate Park?
Yes.
Yes. All right. And I understand we're going to meet your mom. Is that right? And she's kind of important in the county, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
So she brings you out here a lot?
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Not nearly enough, Mom. Well, we'll talk to her about that. Now, if you haven't been out to Ascarate Park in a while, well, I know, show me around. If you haven't, there's an all-inclusive park right here for kids. That means that kids of every ability, every taste can come and have a fantastic time. I think the best part about this little park right here is, of course, all the equipment is brand new, and it has swings, it has things to climb on, it has anything that makes noise. We're going there next, and I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure what that is right there, but it's a lot of fun. I've seen that they've also changed Ascarate Park a lot because they've added baseball fields. Do you guys play baseball?
Yes.
Who plays baseball?
I do.
Diego does? What? Lucas, you do too?
Yeah.
All right, I love it. It's my favorite sport in the world. My kids, when they were your age, used to play that too. Okay, are we ready to talk about some rather dramatic changes in the weather? Of course, if you're outside right now, it is 93 degrees at the International Airport. It is hot, and here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Of course, we want to get it right on that first triple-digit day, and I do believe we're going to hit that tomorrow. And I'm going to give you 2 reasons as to why we're going to hit that. 1, the pressure lines just keep climbing, and tomorrow we have a dramatic jump. Right now, we're 93. I do suspect the high today will be somewhere in the 95 to 96 degree range. Tomorrow with that bump in pressure, and all I need is a southwest breeze to about 20 miles per hour. Bingo, we're going to hit that first 100. If we don't, we'll be at 99. Andy will start laughing because he predicted Friday, which I believe will be 101 degrees. As we cruise into the Memorial Day weekend, the winds are going to pick up Saturday and Sunday. Now, don't worry about those winds because they're going to be gusting to 30, possibly 35 miles per hour, but those winds will not produce any kind of dust. On Memorial Day, all the winds died down nicely. For a high temperature, I dropped it 1 degree to 95, and then hallelujah, here it comes. A great chance of thunder showers on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we could see potentially strong storms on those days. Now, joining me now is the mom of those two adorable kids that you just saw, Desiree Gonzalez. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Wow, it's so beautiful out here.
It is.
Does this get packed during the weekends and stuff like that?
Yeah, you know, especially right now that it's getting warmer and the nights, beautiful park out here.
It is so, and the improvements are just beginning.
Yes.
I understand we're going to see some pickleball courts.
Yes.
Okay, where are your sons? Because I like to
They're
make
right here.
noise. Okay, you want to grab one here? Come on, Lucas, grab one. Don't be shy ever in life. Oh, you want mine? Okay, go ahead. Are we ready?
I want yours too.
Well, you can't have them both. You can't have them both. You crazy kids today thinking that you get them all. Okay, don't go anywhere. You stay with KTSM 9 News.
This is a live look outside at Ascarate Park in the Lower Valley. You can expect to learn more about the park and what it has to offer during our Smalltown Spotlight that airs tonight at 6 p.m. But of course, our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis, is already out there with our first look at the forecast. Robert, how are things looking?
Oh, things are looking good. Here's for one of us, because my photographer, Tony Pina, I've given him a pickleball racket. Tony, have you ever played pickleball before?
Yes, I have.
Yes, where?
In high school, they were teaching us.
In gym class.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to be good enough for what is about to hit you, my friend. Out here at Ascarate Park, of course, they have all of these fantastic pickleball courts. And if you've never tried pickleball, let me tell you what. It is the game to play. It's like ping pong, but a little bit bigger, and you don't have to run around and chase the ball like tennis. Tony, are you almost ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, do you have your paddle ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the temperature. It's 93 degrees right now. I think we'll end up today somewhere around 95 to 96 degrees. What about that first triple-digit day? Well, that will be tomorrow afternoon. We get 2 triple-digit days in a row. And in the long-range forecast, we'll have a chance of scattered showers and thunder showers. Tony, you ready? Look at that. Wait. Are you kidding me? See these? Have you ever seen anybody play correctly? It's over here. Okay, I'm going to have your detailed forecast, Tirza, and more fun from Ascarate Park coming up in just a bit.
Well, today is Wednesday, and that means our team is out live for another Smalltown Spotlight. This is a live look out at Ascarate Park in the Lower Valley. You can expect to learn more about the park and everything it has to offer. Our Smalltown Spotlight airs tonight at 6 p.m. But our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis, is already getting a head start on the fun. He has our first look at the forecast live from Ascarate. Hey there, Robert.
Tirza, I think everybody knows that I like it hot. And boy, am I getting the treatment out here today. It is 93 degrees at the International Airport. There's a little bit of a breeze. I wish there was a little more, but I'll tell you what, it's nice not having dust exfoliating my skin. That's right. If it's Wednesday, it's time for the Smalltown Spotlight. Shall we run through the Smalltown Spotlight checklist? Of course. Well, first of all, imitation aviators, check. Oak Cloud comfy extra cushion spring-loaded patented shoes, compliments of Nexstar Broadcasting for my Christmas gift, check. strange and rarely used felt hat to protect my skin from the sun as we explore Ascarate Park? Check. Now look at this. When I was a kid, if I turned onto this street, woo, it was exciting. I knew there was a lake. Way back in the day, there used to be an amusement park called Western Playland, and so things are really changing here. The county is putting a lot of money in improving this wonderful park. Of course, the lake is still there. We're going to be talking about that. They're refurbishing the pickleball courts, so we're going to play some pickleball. We're going to talk to the experts about just how wonderful this park can be as they continue to add all kinds of fun things. Now let's talk heat. Tomorrow, first triple-digit day. Oh, we're going to be so close. And if we don't hit it tomorrow, staying at 99, we're doing it Friday. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit. A lot of El Pasoans have come out here under these very shades, and yes, there's great sentiment here, but thanks to the bond that was passed in November, all of this is going to get remodeled. So over time, these picnic tables are going to be dressed up with new covers, new tables, new seats. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. They're going to add more of them so you can enjoy the lake. In just a moment, we're going over to the lake, and I'm going to pitch an idea for Tony as a new business that he's going to start. And let's take a look at the 9-day forecast. We can expect a high temperature tomorrow of 100 degrees, 101 on Friday. A little windy for the weekend, but no dust. And then we'll be beautiful on Memorial Day with partly cloudy skies at a high temperature of 95 degrees. Tirza, did you ever picnic down here?
Robert, I haven't, but it looks like a ton of fun, and with those changes, I might just need to set up a date when maybe it's not so hot. Thank you, Robert, and thank you for watching KTSM First at 4. I'm Tirza Ortiz. 9 News Now with Estela Casas is coming up in just a bit.
Get a first check of the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis joining us now from Ascarate Park for today's Small Town Spotlight, and you are out there fishing this afternoon.
Shh, Estela, I don't want to lose this one. You know what? If it's Wednesday, that is a fighter right there. Gosh, oh my gosh. Okay. That was just a demonstration of what could happen here at Ascarate Lake. That's right, Estela. I'm right beside everybody's favorite body of water in El Paso, as though there are that many bodies of water in El Paso. So we treasure the ones we have, and of course, I want to show you something. If you look at this rail right here, notice all the little notches where people have put a place, and I'll show you why. You can put your rod and it'll hold it perfectly while you wait. And by the way, Estela, I know what you're wondering. What am I going to use to catch the extra large catfish, carp, or wide-mouth bass? Well, they love this, just like humans. It's a weenie. Yeah, it's so tasty for them, and they can't wait to jump on to your hook. You know what, as the temperature warms up, and boy, it is starting to warm up, it's 93 degrees at the airport right now. Our first triple-digit day tomorrow. Pressure is rising. We're going to be right there on the bubble. I think we'll tip to 100 degrees. If we don't, it will be Friday at 101. I'm going to have your detailed forecast, and we're going to talk about something El Paso needs desperately, and that is rain. And there's a great chance coming up in your long-range forecast. Estela, did you know the secret?
I did not know the secret. Okay. Thanks, Robert.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Only KTSM gives you the Small Town Spotlights. Now, what is the Small Town Spotlight? You may be asking yourself. That is where we go to different neighborhoods, towns, individual organizations, or businesses, and we shine a light of good news for a change on something special. And of course, we're here at Ascarate Park. We've got a whole featured hour coming up at 6 o'clock. The history of the park, the future changes coming up, all of the improvements that they've made and how it just gets better and better and better. And of course, it's always fun to shoot with my photographer, Tony Pina. Tony, are you ready for a revolutionary business idea? Are you ready to go into business for yourself, my friend?
Definitely.
Now that's the entrepreneurial spirit that I've been waiting for. Are you ready to heat up to triple-digit heat?
Not at all.
I can't help you there. So here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. So tomorrow should be our first official 100-degree day. I believe that high pressure has really accelerated. You could feel the difference today. Yesterday's high temperature was only 86 degrees, and so far at the airport we're 93. I do think we'll level off today around 94 or 95. We'll see what that high temperature is a little bit later. Tomorrow, once we have the winds coming in from the southwest, we're going to touch that 100-degree mark, and if we don't tomorrow, we're definitely going to do it on Friday with a high temperature of 101. As we cruise into our Memorial Day weekend, what a timely small town spotlight with all the people coming out to Ascarate Park. It's going to be a little windy on Saturday and Sunday. Don't worry, it won't be strong enough to produce any kind of blowing dust. On Memorial Day, looking good. I took it down 1 degree to 95 with partly cloudy skies. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm excited because the humidity charges up nicely. We're going to get not only a chance of thunder showers, some of those storms could get quite strong, and we could even see some heavy rainfall, which we dearly need. Tony, are you enjoying those ducks right there?
Yes, I am.
Are you thinking, my friend, the same thing that I'm thinking right now?
What are you thinking?
How to turn you into a multi-millionaire. Are you ready for my exclusive idea?
What idea is that?
Well, notice how they're floating around. Well, guess who else likes to float around, Tony? People. And right here, the county of El Paso is actually looking for a new vendor to take over the paddle boat business. You know, with those giant swans, and you get out there on the lake and you paddle around? What are you thinking? Are you thinking you're gonna do it?
Sure, I'm thinking about it.
Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about. Now, there's gonna be some liability, so you're going to need some legal representation. And so coming up at 6 o'clock, Tony, don't worry about hiring an expensive lawyer, because you and I should probably represent ourselves in court in handling your business transactions. So you stay with KTSM 9 News. So much coming up. You stay with us.
It's Wednesday and we have another edition of Small Town Spotlight. Today we are live on location in the Lower Valley to highlight Ascarate Park. The park has several amenities, so you can go out and enjoy. KTSM 9 News anchors Andy and Monica are out live at Ascarate Park with a look ahead. Hi there.
Hi, Estela. Yes, we are here. We're actually at the clubhouse at Ascarate Park. It is so nice and fresh, especially on such a hot day.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And of course, Ascarate Park, highlighting it here today, it's the largest public park in El Paso County. A little bit of everything for everyone, whether it's at the actual lake, whether you're fishing, boating. You got the golf course here, the aquatic center, of course, is a family favorite for sure. And then, of course, a lot of upgrades coming to Ascarate Park with the GO bond that was, of course, passed in the November election. So a lot happening here.
Absolutely. And we're going to be breaking down everything that you just mentioned, highlighting all the amenities. But if you are aware of this area here in Ascarate, so right across from Ascarate Park is this really beautiful convenience store. It's pink. It's known as the Pink Store. We got a chance to go inside. Check it out.
My family working here for about 8 years. Everybody, my wife, my daughters, my sons, everybody. Because I have experience in restaurants, so I talked to the managers and I told them I want to open up a restaurant. They said, okay, it's fine. I be behind this store for 2 years. I have another stores, bars, and everything. I be in business all my life. This store, that's in a good location because we don't have enough competition around. We have a lot of apartments here. We have around 600 apartments. So we have a pretty good business from all these people, plus the people they know ours. We make the chicharrones, we make barbacoa, we make carne asada, carne al pastor, and all the guisados. Yeah, everything. We have a steak center. We have a lot of people coming from over there. So they make this store survive.
It is such a cute grocery store, Andy. I had so much fun going out there and talking to the owner and kind of even the patrons a little bit about it. So.
Certainly a lot of great conversations happening there, and we're going to have a lot of great conversations here coming up on Smalltown Spotlight beginning at 6 p.m. You certainly won't want to miss it.
See you then.
Would you like to be a weather watcher? Well, here's a suggestion. Go out to Ascarate this very Memorial Day weekend. Snap a picture and send it to news@ktsm.com. Here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Get ready for the first triple-digit day. You can feel it different today because it's 93 right now. I think we'll level off at about 94 to 96 degrees this afternoon, and then we'll make that jump into the triple digits for 2 days. A little windy Saturday and Sunday, but no dust, thank goodness. And we have a chance of thunder showers on Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course, coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, to my photographer and I, Tony Pina, we'll be asking ourselves the age-old question, should we represent ourselves? We'll have that on the golf course coming up in just a little bit. Estella.
Okay, stay tuned. Thank you, Robert. And
Season 3 of Smalltown Spotlight, sponsored by Labinati Law.
KTSM 9 News at 6, live on location today as we continue with Season 3 of Smalltown Spotlight. We are coming to you live today from Ascarate Park, the largest public park in El Paso County that has so much to offer, and a lot of which you might not even be familiar with, but we're going to tell you all about it. Thank you for tuning in to KTSM 9 News at 6, Smalltown Spotlight. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Monica Cortez. So we are coming to you live from the clubhouse here in Ascarate Park. That is really close to that. Looking at the golf course this entire time, Andy, it looks really pretty, but I will tell you this. When we came out here to record some of the stories, some of the complaints, if you will, from some of the patrons here were, hey, I want to see renovations coming into this part of the area.
And of course, that was something that voters passed and approved in terms of some of those go bonds that you saw on the ballot in November. Some upgrades are coming here to Ascarate Park. We're going to cover some of that, but a lot to do here at Ascarate Park, that's for sure. Whether you're on the lake, you're boating, you're fishing, whether you're here at the golf course, whether you're playing pickleball. I know you got to experience that for the first time, which is exciting, as well as the Family Aquatic Center is always a favorite.
Absolutely. So I got a chance to speak with county officials about the renovations and some of the amenities here at the park. Take a look at what they had to say. The park was completed in 1940. 48-acre lake with a lakeside boardwalk, picnic areas, a golf course, and playgrounds. And nearly a century later, while some features and attractions have changed, the park's original design and intent hasn't.
Beginning in the mid-1850s, all of the United States larger cities were designing what they called passive parks. It was places where you could go, you could walk, you could possibly ride a horse, you could play sports. The intent was multiple use, and obviously that's what you see here now.
Back in 2021, El Paso County adopted a master plan for its parks, asking the community to share their views on what the parks needed, providing a blueprint for work to begin.
Looking at amenities that we will add in the future, new and improved picnic areas, the walking areas, planting more trees. I think we've planted, just in the past 2 years, we've planted about 150 trees.
Over the years, attractions have come and gone. Racetracks and drag boats, raves and fishing tournaments, and of course, the childhood icon many El Pasoans still associate with the sprawling park, along with the age-old question, what would you do to go to Western Playland? The amusement park's former footprint has been upgraded, making way for more and different attractions.
We are going to be redoing the area right over here where Western Playland used to be. We're creating a festival area. We're going to be putting in underground electric so that we can bring in different shows and different programming.
As for the lake, the upkeep and maintenance is just the start. Previously, county officials mentioned they would have to drain the lake to clean it, but Commissioner David Stout says they may have found a better option.
There's a clay liner at the bottom of the lake, but we've found out through analysis that the liner is in good shape, it's intact. We're looking at possibly doing now is just dredging the lake and cleaning some of the gunk out of there. I don't think we're going to need to drain the lake.
In the end, what makes this park and the lake such an important piece of the Sun City's tapestry isn't necessarily the amenities, but rather the location.
You have the Franklin Mountains, you have the Juarez Mountains, you can look and you just see what a great place we are. I mean, it's the coming together of 2 countries, 3 states, and it's right here. And that's pretty unique in the world if you think about it.
You know, what I really loved about this Smalltown Spotlight series, Sandy, is that you, the community, reached out to us and told us, you know what, we have questions. We have questions about Ascarate Park. Are they draining the lake? Are they upkeeping the golf course? And that is why we're here today, Andy. We're here to shed light on all of your questions. That was just part 1 of what you can expect.
Still a lot to get to in this edition of Smalltown Spotlights. Want to get our first check of weather, our other companion here, Robert Bennett. You think as many golf courses as we've been to in Smalltown Spotlight, Robert's golf game has gotten a little better. At least we hope so.
We hope so. I mean, I think he's still measuring, right? What is he doing?
Well, yes, I am. And they don't teach you in meteorology school that you need to learn how to be a professional golfer, because it seems like I'm on the golf courses a lot. But I'll tell you what, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. This is a beautiful golf course, Ascarate. Right now we've got 95 degrees at the airport. It's reporting a southwest wind gusting to about 24 miles per hour. I want to line this up. And by the way, I'm not sure if you noticed, but over my shoulder, our brand newly wrapped KTSM 9 News unit. First class over there. Okay, enough self-promotion. Let me go ahead and nail this putt. Okay, so joining me now is the professional. There are professional golfers here. Mike Smith here at Ascarate. Nice to see you, Mike.
Nice to see you, Robert.
Okay, you got my ball there, and
well,
your thoughts?
Doesn't look like it. Looks like a small nugget. I think it's an unofficial golf ball. This is the normal size. So.
Oh wait, thank you,
is
Mike. You pointed out that this actually is from the Labonati Law Firm, our sponsor of Smalltown Spotlight, and it's actually, if I'm correct, it's a lip balm. Yeah, have some. Yeah.
Oh, I need it in this
yeah,
hot sun.
You do need it.
Yeah.
So this is a municipal course, so anybody can come and enjoy these beautiful greens. Tell us about this. This is a great place.
This is Ascarate Golf Course, municipal golf course, 27 holes. We got 18 main and a learning golf course, the Delta 9, which is just fabulous. We got lights on the driving range, and summer is just around the corner, so the grass is starting to green up.
I love it. I love it. Mike, thank you so
Robert,
much.
You got it.
Okay, we're going to talk to Daniela Labonati of the Labonati Law Firm. 100 degrees, our high temperature tomorrow. We're going to have some fun. We're going to ask the deep probing legal questions, and we are going to tell you about the next 9 days and a chance of storms in the long range forecast. Andy, Monica, that putt looked better.
Robert, thank you so much. And yes, the heat is here.
Yeah, Robert, it's all in the hips. It's all in the
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay. I learned something new.
We still have a lot more to get to here on this edition of Smalltown Spotlight, live from Ascarate Park, but we do want to also get to our news of the day.
That's right. Let's go ahead and send it over to Tirza Ortiz, who's standing by in the studio. Hey, Tirza.
Hey there, Monica and Andy. Well, we continue to follow coverage on a massive brush fire that is burning in the lower valley. The fire quickly went from a small condition 1 situation to a severe 4. KTSM 9 News reporter Diana Castillo is live from the area near North Loop and Americas. Diana, what is the latest?
Well, Tirza, the area looks very different than what it did earlier today. Now, earlier today, we were able to see that smoke from miles away, but as you can see, this is the aftermath now. Crews are still here working on some hot spots, but the fire is contained. Now, reports of the fire came in close to noon near North Loop and Americas. Crews responded quickly to what started as a small vegetation fire that escalated due to dry brush and the wind. Now, 30 El Paso fire units were out on the scene working on this fire. Now, information is still limited at this time, but we do know that about 10 to 15 people were evacuated as a precaution. Now, no injuries were reported, and we still don't know the cause of the fire. Now, as of right now, North Loop going westbound is now open. However, North Loop going eastbound remains closed. In the lower valley, Diana Castillo, KTSM 9 News.
Meanwhile, major budget decisions were made Tuesday night for Canutillo ISD. The school board voted on staffing cuts as the district continues to deal with a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. According to the District 11 Canutillo ISD teachers across Alderete Middle, Canutillo Middle, and Canutillo High School will not be returning next school year. Also on the agenda last night was eliminating certification specialists, restructuring the HR department, and rolling back a 3% salary increase for central office administrators. District officials say this reduction in force is part of a larger effort to address the budget shortfall. They point to dropping enrollment, rising costs, and a lack of state funding as major factors. That was a look at your top stories for today. Let's go ahead and send things over to our Monica Cortez and Andy Morgan, who are live at Ascarate Park right now for a Smalltown Spotlight. How is it looking out there, you guys?
Thank you so much, Tirza. Yes, we are here with a county official, Tim Fulton. We're going to get to you in just a second, but we do want to talk about the Playa Trail, Andy.
Yeah, it goes all the way from Ascarate Park to Capistrano Park. Actually got a little bit of a sneak peek exactly what that looks like, what it entails. It's a long stretch. Take a look.
Enjoy the nature. Have some fun.
Leonardo is an outdoor enthusiast, and the hiking bike trail that's right at the entrance to Ascarate Park is his new favorite spot.
We'll just bike along this trail, sometimes go along the park.
The Playa Drain Trail is a unique trail stretching almost 7 picturesque miles from Ascarate Park all the way to Capistrano Park in the lower valley.
It's part of this linear park program that the county and the city and the Paso Norte Health Foundation have been working on.
Commissioner David Stout says the trail is only a small part of a much bigger project, a 75-mile countywide trail to be exact.
The idea is to build a linear park or hike and bike trail that spans basically from the border with Doña Ana County in New Mexico to the border with Hudspeth County on the eastern side of El Paso County.
The Paso del Norte Trail, which broke ground in 2018, aimed at developing a county-wide trail, is now promoting healthy living for community members.
When it's like not so sunny, we'll come here to just go on the bikes.
While the project isn't complete, the trails that are open are methodically being connected. Pieces of tranquil trails connecting neighborhoods throughout county, something Stout says is very important for the community.
You know, the more opportunities that people have, I think the healthier our community is going to be.
Leonardo agrees. The winding trails not only stitching the county together, but bringing his family closer as well.
Because it makes a stronger bond rather than just being there at home.
Joining us now is Tim Fulton, the Director of Parks and Recreation. Tim, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and Tim, we kind of talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the show, and that was, you know, our viewers, our audience are very invested in Ascarate. They were asking about the lake, when we're cleaning that, but most importantly, they were talking about golf courses here. Talk a little bit about the maintenance of it.
Sure. Well, it's a lot of maintenance. As everyone knows, I mean, it takes a lot of water to keep a golf course green, and that's our expectation. But recently we hired a new golf course superintendent, Brad Weiss, and Brad's come in with tons of experience. I mean, lots and lots of years of experience. And one of the things Brad is doing, he's really trying to get our greens up to primo condition. We also are looking at our fairways. We've required some different maintenance. Our fairways had lots of weeds, so we want to address that. The other thing we're looking at, how do we manage our water? So some of the things we're doing is we're applying product to our fairways, our greens, which will help the soil absorb that water and hold it in better, so that we hopefully are going to reduce the amount of water we're using on our courses and cut our costs down more. And at the same time, improve that maintenance.
Certainly a lot to manage a golf course in the middle of the desert. Also a lot to manage. You guys have had a great response, it seems like, from your youth leagues and playing kids playing sports here at Ascarate Park, but in turn, also a lot of wear and tear on some of those youth league fields.
Yeah, you know, it's great to see, because over and over we hear how much time our kids spend in front of our screens. But let me tell you, the kiddos out at our sports park, they're out there interacting with each other, they're learning baseball, and I mean, that's from ages 4 and under all the way up to our 12, almost 13-year-olds. And the growth is tremendous. Last year for our summer league, which is usually our shorter league, we were at 150. I think we're going to hit 250 teams. That's not players, teams. So we're busting at the seams at the sports park. We're trying to accommodate this growth. And it's a big challenge. The other thing we're doing, we got kudos about how well we maintain our sports park, but they want to see our fields here in Ascarate at that same level. So Ben Valles, who's our maintenance manager, his team and him are working to improve our diamond fields, and I think if you take a drive around, you see they're looking better and better this season. Also, our focus this year is going to be on our flat fields. We've got soccer programs. We've got an incredibly large youth tackle and touch football program that a private organization runs here in the park. And any given Saturday morning, the park is just hopping with lots of activity.
Wow, you guys are definitely investing a lot of time and money into this. Thank you so much, Tim, for being here with
Thank you.
us.
I appreciate the time.
Yeah. Thank you for everything you do for the community.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Take care.
Tim, thank you so much. We got much more to share with you coming up here on Smalltown Spotlight as Season 3 rolls on.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
KTSM is the only station bringing you the Smalltown Spotlight, where we shine a light of good news on individual places, towns, and wonderful parks like this, which is Ascarate, and the beautiful golf course. Of course, this could not happen without the Labinati Law Firm, and Daniela Labinati is joining me. Nice to see you, Daniela.
Nice to see you too. Thanks for inviting me here. Never been here. Beautiful.
I've never been here in my entire 30 years, and it's nice. Now, I know you must be an avid golfer because you're an attorney. Yes?
Not really.
Okay, well, Andy says it's all in the hips, so give it a little whirl.
Okay,
here.
let's try.
Let's do it. Oh, hey! But you know what? I'll tell you what. You putt the way I do, but who? What other law firm has a golf ball-shaped lip balm?
Yes, Labinati Law lip balm.
Absolute perfection. Okay, I want to talk legal questions because my good friend Tony Pena, my photographer, is right there. Looking great, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
I'm encouraging him to open his own business.
Oh, okay.
Tony, you excited about opening up your own business?
I'm content.
Yes. Oh, you are excited. Great. That's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
We'll do that. Let's talk about the weather, and then we're going to play some golf and talk a lot. All right, here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Temperature right now at the airport is 95 degrees. We've got a southwest breeze at about 24 miles per hour. That's what it's gusting to. No dust, though. Just a breeze. Feels pretty good out here tomorrow. First triple-digit day. High pressure goes up to take us right there to it. And if we get a similar breeze tomorrow, I do believe we'll be looking good with a high of 100. If we don't hit it on Thursday, we're going to be on Friday with a high temperature of 101 degrees for the weekend. Windy, but not dusty. And then we'll be looking at, of course, a chance of thunder showers on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Now, Daniela, you opened up a business. It's pretty nerve-wracking.
It was very scary, yes.
It was scary.
15 years ago, yes. Super
You
scary.
opened the law firm 15 years ago.
15 years
And
ago.
you were nervous?
Very nervous and scared.
Okay. Tony, are you nervous about opening up and becoming the vendor for the paddle boats at Ascarate Lake?
Definitely don't want to open it up.
I'm sorry, Tony, what did you say?
Definitely do not want to open that up.
Oops.
I thought we talked about this, that you were going to be the vendor and you're going to rent the paddle boats out. Tony, have you ever heard about, I mean, you're a great photographer, but don't you want to add some diversity to your portfolio?
I'm content with being a photog for KTSM and having other photog endeavors.
Okay, so basically, I think we're going to talk him into it. But there are some legal questions if you open up a business. Is
Yes,
that right?
there are legal questions, but do you know how to drive this? And please pay attention, because if we get in an accident here, I'm a personal injury attorney that specializes in car crashes, so be careful crashing with me in this. And you're not paying attention.
No, I don't think she's kidding. No, I don't want to get in a wreck and have Labinati Law Firm in the wreck.
Yeah, I do not want to get injured, because if I do, I will sue you. I'll bring a cause of action against you.
Okay.
And KTSM.
Coming up, we're going to talk to Tony. We're going to talk him into that business, and we've got questions about opening a business and the liability. So you stay with KTSM 9 News. But we're safe. Everybody's good? Everybody good?
Hello everyone, it's Sam Guzman here. We are live at Ascarate Park for another episode of Smalltown Spotlight. Ascarate Park is home to many things. One of those things is its golf course, whether you are a seasoned pro or someone who just wants to appreciate what the outdoors has to offer here at Ascarate Park. The Ascarate Golf Course might be the place to be. Check it out.
Ascarate Golf Course is special for many reasons. I think the number one thing that makes Ascarate special, lots of families tell me, oh yeah, my grandpa used to play here. That's how I got introduced to golf. It's just been around for so long and generational, and they're loyal to the golf course.
Gentlemen, how are we playing today? Good? You're going the wrong way. Holes that way.
One of the best things at Ascarate that we have to offer is the Delta 9. That's a shorter golf course, executive type golf course, 9 holes. The par 4 is a little shorter, but it has a par 3 and a par 5. That's a great thing to learn on. And the wonderful thing about that is, let's say, you know, we're booked on tee times. We hate to tell somebody that walks in the door, we don't want them to go home without playing. We want to find them a spot, you know, and we're a very accommodating golf course in that respect. That's a no-no in my book. You know, I do not want that guy drive down here and then be told, oh, we don't have a spot for you. So we can accommodate that. That gives us 27 holes. So when we have a tournament going on in the main, we can send them over to the Delta 9, start them off, and then they can jump over here on the main when the tournament's done. We got a lighted driving range, you know, and we stay open till 9 o'clock in the summer and 10 o'clock on Friday and Saturday nights. We did add some black tees 10, 12 years ago on this golf course. That made a huge difference. The golf course before was a little bit shorter for championship type players. And once we did that, we lengthened it up, and you know, with the technology, that was great. When I get to talk to people, that's right up my alley. I love that. You know, I get to talk about golf, I get to sit down, and you learn so many things. You know, you get to know the people on a personable level.
beautiful. I hope to come out here one day and get a round. It won't be a good round, but it'll definitely be an experience. Now, another sport Ascarate Park is home to is a sport that is quickly becoming one of the most popular sports in the entire world. We're talking about pickleball. Ascarate Park is one of the most popular places to play here in the Sun City. It's got 4 hard outdoor courts, and again, it's a sport that is quickly gaining much attention, and Ascarate Park is the place to be if you're looking to play pickleball.
Started out as a casual way to get exercise, and then it just kind of spiraled into an addiction.
Over the last 2 years, John Wooten has become quite the pickleball athlete, all thanks to these courts here at Ascarate Park.
3-0. My next door neighbor and I met somebody else that played here on a regular basis, and then we went one day, and then it was 2, and then it was 4, and then it turned into like 5 or 6 times a week. Here's just.
John calls these courts the hub for pickleball in the Sun City.
Yeah, you know, it's only a couple miles from my house, so it makes the addiction worse because I know I can get here quick, and so this part of town is pretty central.
Pickleball's success does come with a downside. According to John, the relatively new courts at Ascarate already show some wear and tear.
Good shot. Over time, it's caused the surface to crack, even though it's fairly new. And so now they're gonna redo it because it's such a popular thing right now.
And John says the best part of pickleball? Anyone can play.
0-0-2. There are plenty of places to play. It's free once you buy all the equipment, and there's plenty of people who will teach you how to do it. 4-3-1. It usually starts out recreationally for most people, and then it turns into an addiction.
Sweet, so those are some of the many things Ascarate Park has to offer, and that's going to wrap it up for the sports portion of this episode of Small Town Spotlight. We've got much more on Ascarate Park coming your way on the other side.
Welcome back, everyone, to KTSM 9 News Small Town Spotlight. We've been covering Ascarate Park this whole entire time. We've talked about pickleball, golfing. We talked a little bit about how the county is maintaining the park. But there's a lot more still to talk about.
Yeah, how about fishing? You do any fishing?
I don't. I did it a long time ago.
Yeah, I know a lot of our viewers actually fish here at Ascarate Park, and some pretty interesting decisions that are made in terms of what bait they use, whether it be a worm. Or I think we even saw Robert, if I'm not mistaken, had a hot dog on the end of one of his hook. And I'm also told that you catch a little bit of everything, whether it be trout, black bass, even catfish in this lake.
Here at
Ascarate Park, if you can believe it.
Well, we sent out our photojournalist to kind of capture it all. Take a look.
You know, it's good enjoyment, good relaxation, good therapy coming out here and coping with situations and relaxation. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's nice.
In the summertime, it's nice and cool down here. About 8 o'clock starts getting warm, but it's nice and cool. Come down here and relax for a couple of hours before you have to go out here and face the world.
The bait, it varies. You know, when I first started out here, they were hitting on chicken breast. They stopped hitting on chicken breast. What's very popular is weenie, hot dog, and then they stop hitting on the hot dog, and then all of a sudden they start hitting on the shrimp, and then it slows down on the shrimp. Now I'm using some stink bait, and it really stinks. So hopefully we can catch something with some stink bait.
But it's great. When the fish are biting, it's great. Yeah. The trout will put the hook in their mouth. And what you're supposed to do when they pull on it, like they pulled before, then you yank on the line and get the hook set in their mouth. You gotta, trout is kind of hard fishing for trout. Like that. Well, yeah. There he goes.
Well, the largest one I caught here was a 15-pounder. Yeah, you can eat them. I don't because I like to catch and release.
I would if I was going to eat fish, I'd eat the fish. And I've been fishing here for 60 years. And you live to fight another day.
Sorry, I was looking at the fish.
I told you there was some interesting bait being used out there. Shrimp. That's the first I've ever heard of shrimp being used at Ascarate Lake. Haven't heard that one before.
Cannibals.
I love the guys too that come out early in the morning and kind of regress and kind of enjoy the lake in the morning.
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna have to wake up a lot earlier.
Yeah,
than that.
definitely enjoyable. So something else, and we dive into a lot of different history on some of these small town spotlights. We talked a little bit here at Ascarate Park how it used to be the home for Western Playland. It also used to be home for some high-speed thrills.
You know what, Andy? This was one of my favorite assignments. So everyone who knows our boss, Chris Babcock, he is a huge history buff. I had a hard time believing that cars were just zooming around this place. We took him out to Ascarate Park. We poked his brain a little bit, and this is what he had to say. Check it out.
We are standing roughly, probably right off of turns 1 and 2 for Evans Oval. It was the first really modern racetrack built here in El Paso back in 1939. Walter Gold decided that he'd had enough of the city. He's racing over at the rodeo field, which is now the County Coliseum. Everybody was complaining, it's too loud, it's too dusty. He says, you know what, forget you guys, I'm gonna go out and build a new speedway, and this is where he built it. If we're standing where I think we're standing, we're right about turn number 1. So turn 1 and turn 2 would come around here. The back stretch is probably right about where that palm tree is. And then what would be the pits would be right about where our golf carts are. And then the rest of the grandstands and everything will be right here. And big scoreboard over here on the north side where people would poke their heads through and watch the race. We were the center of racing. We had people come from all over to come here. It's something to be proud of. We have a rich racing history, whether it's quarter-mile dragsters, drag boats, Grand Prix. There were so many weekends, so many people out here, not just the drivers, but the families and everybody that came out. It was a very vital part of the city. Every single time you have a speedway that develops on the outskirts of a city, eventually the city's going to catch up with it, and that's what happened. They came out here another good 20 years, and then the city caught up with them, and they had to move again. I think it was a very, very vital part because it brought people together, and they saw this space that could be used for more than just, you know, paving it over. They made a park. You know, as sad as I am to see the speedway go, it's a beautiful golf course now, but it is part of the history, and you need to have people reminded about that, you know, sometimes you see that golf course or you see that empty lot and it was something completely different. It's stuff like that, you know, just take a step back and look at it and you'll say, oh yeah, this is pretty cool.
We moved out of the old building at KTSM in downtown El Paso on Oregon Street into our new building in West El Paso. Chris, our news director, actually had a lot of the archives that were in some of that old building in the storage space. So we walk into the newsroom one day and you saw it there with the tape and the film being ran, and I was just like, man, this is about to be good. I had no idea what we were doing.
You didn't know?
I had no idea that this was going to be the subject matter, but when I saw that was out, I was like, he's about to show us something good.
Oh gosh, he loves it. Anytime he can, he'll show us the pictures that he has from El Paso back in the day. It's so amazing. Yeah.
Good stuff right there, and more to come.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
None of these wonderful small town spotlights would happen without Labinati Law Firm and Daniela Labinati from the Labinati Law Firm, who will always be asking us the deep probing questions. But Tony Pena and I have this to say: should we represent ourselves? And that's the big question today, because Daniela, I think we're all excited that Tony is excited to announce that he's going to take over as the vendor of the paddle boats at Ascarate Lake, and he's going to start his own small business on the side. Isn't that exciting?
That's wonderful. I encourage everyone to try to have a small business.
That's right. Isn't it exciting, Tony?
I never said I would open it, Robert.
Okay,
what's the legal name?
The legal name. I'm glad you asked. Well, let's bring in the board here. Okay. And I thought we could call Tony's paddle boat business. Well, we need his name. Let's see, Tony or Sinka.
Wow.
Like you're sinking.
That's not very encouraging or promising, right?
Well, you know, okay. So on a business, is there liability? What should a business owner think about?
Yes, so at this park, because the players are not paying for a ticket, the recreation statute would protect the park for any injuries unless there is gross negligence. So my question is, if Tony is going to open a store in here, is he going to charge the customers or is he going to be, you know, be paid by the county, the municipality?
Excellent question. Are you going to be charging the customers, Tony?
I'm not charging because I'm not opening the business.
Well,
Tony, we need to.
But let's
Yes.
hypothetically.
Yeah, Tony is crazy. Tony, do you want to move ahead in life? Do you want to? Okay, let's do the weather.
Let's assume he
This is a great opportunity for you. High temperature tomorrow, 100 degrees. Likely to be our first as we have high pressure building. If we don't hit it on Thursday with a high of 99, we're going to hit it on Friday with a high of 101. Memorial Day weekend is coming up and we're going to be windy but no dust to about 30, possibly 35 miles per hour. Memorial Day looking great that day. And then we'll have a chance of thunder showers on Tuesday and on Wednesday. We desperately, desperately need the rain. Okay, so Daniela Labinati, you mentioned defective, okay?
Right, so if Tony sells a customer a defective pedal boat and then they sink.
Have you ever tried to swim in bell bottoms?
I don't wear bell bottoms, Robert.
Tony, you know what? You know what I think? Here's my legal answer. I think take him for everything he's got because it's defective. This thing is sinking.
Yes.
Tony, how could you do that to the public?
Yes.
Should we represent ourselves? I think we can do it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, Tony, you should first not sell defective equipment to the public because if you do, they will sue you and your Tony or Sinka store. So you should not represent yourself, but at Labinote Law, if any vendors have sold you a defective pedal boat and you get injuries, please call us. We have a team of lawyers, experts who will go above and beyond to try to help you out and recover from Tony or Sinka.
Thank you. I thank you very much, Daniela. I don't even think I know you anymore, Tony, for what you've done. Okay? So just stay with KTSM 9 News. And I appreciate that.
Welcome back to KTSM 9 News at 6 Smalltown Spotlight, where we are coming to you live from Ascarate Park here in El Paso's Lower Valley. We've highlighted a lot that the park has to offer. Another fun activity that's very popular is the Ascarate Flea Market.
Right, so it's across from Ascarate Park. You can find all sorts of goodies. As a matter of fact, we sent out our photojournalist, Nigel Wickens, to explore the place, and this is what he found. Check it out.
No, puro cosa. ¡Llegaron en avión! ¡Para! ¡Pásenle a lo barato! ¡Tenemos piña! ¡2 por 5 la piña!
I've been living off of this business all my life. I was about 7, 8 years old when my parents brought me to start selling watermelons and cantaloupes. My strong point is avocados and produce all the way around, mangoes, cantaloupes, watermelons, strawberries. We don't have everything of the same nature every week, so everything kind of changes a little bit. And that's what makes it awesome, because some people come, we could give them a good price compared to other stores. Thank you. God bless you. Most of the people that come here come from Mexico, and they're always looking for a good deal. So you're always gonna find something that's kind of like a mom and pop shop kind of deal, you know, something special. You can't find that at a mall or at a big commercial store, you know.
Sí lo había mirado, pero nunca había llegado. You know, it seems like there's something for everybody, and it's kind of like going to the zoo, you know, you find stuff from all over the world.
That place is so fun. It looks incredible. And you know, a lot of the things that you saw in that story were the fruits and vegetables. Well, there's a place you can learn to grow your own fruits and vegetables.
That's right. It's the community garden here at Ascarate Park. And I know we recently just received from a viewer some tomato plants. So I'm starting to kind of get into this, starting to kind of try and dabble a little bit. Let's see what we got here.
Well, once you're in Ascarate Park, you'll notice that there's a little community garden right here. This is what it is. It's a teaching and demonstration garden. We're actually about to meet someone who is kind of in charge of this place and is going to walk us through on how you can actually participate. Come on, let's go meet him. Hi,
Hello.
Eduardo Rascon is here with us today. Eduardo, thank you so much for being here with us.
Of course.
Talk to us a little bit about this garden. What is this?
So this is basically to teach the community how they can actually have their own backyard garden and how they can grow their own produce.
So Eduardo, these are Brussels sprouts. Wow, these are so tiny, so beautiful. Now, you're telling me that this community garden is nonprofit, correct?
Yes. As a nonprofit, since we're not making any money out of this association or fundraising, most of the money that we do through fundraising or sales is to actually have funds and budget to replace things that are happening at the garden.
All right, Eduardo, so this is really unique. Part of your garden, you're telling me that this is spinach. I can actually eat this.
Yes, it should be very buttery.
It is actually, it's really good.
Perfect for like omelets or for like salads, smoothies.
You don't put any pesticides on this or anything like that?
No, spraying we usually try to tell the community that should be used as a last resort because there's other practices that you can apply in your garden to prevent pests from coming in. I would like to encourage everybody to start getting familiar with the plants that they can grow here in the community. El Paso can offer you a lot of opportunity in terms of growing conditions, so why not try growing your own spinach? Enjoy it, it's flavorful.
You know, one of the things that Eduardo really emphasized was that if you're interested in being part of this community garden, go onto their Facebook page and you can find all the information there. Just look up community garden, I think Ascarate Park, something like that, and you'll find it.
I just know that I need some tips and tricks. Make sure that this tomato plant ends up surviving, because I know those are a little tricky at times.
Plants are so hard. If anyone can give me tips, I'll take everything. Yes. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Degrees, if we hit it, it will be our first one. Followed up by 101 on Friday. Windy for the weekend, but no dust. Memorial Day looking beautiful, 95, partly cloudy. Thunder showers, not only Tuesday and Wednesday, but a slight chance on Thursday as well.
All right, Robert, thank you very much. Another episode of Smalltown Spotlight in the books. Looking forward to next week. We're going to be going back. Remember, we were here season 1 at Horizon City. And if you can believe it, in just a couple years, it's already changed so much.
So much. So we're going to be talking all about the growth that the city has seen, the plans the mayor has in store. You guys are in for a real treat. And we're going to be visiting this really cute restaurant called Casa de Mangu. Oh, it's going to be so amazing.
Looking forward to it. Next Wednesday, Small Town Spotlight. And of course, we'll be back with you at 10 o'clock. Have a good night.
Bye.